Carnivorous plants captivate the imagination of growers worldwide with their striking appearance, intricate traps, and unusual adaptations. From the snap of a Venus flytrap to the glistening tentacles of a sundew and the towering pitchers of Sarracenia, these plants are fascinating examples of evolution's ingenuity. However, cultivating carnivorous plants successfully is a challenge, because their requirements are often counterintuitive compared to typical houseplants. Mistakes in watering, light, substrate, feeding, fertilization, humidity, or seasonal care can have severe consequences, ranging from stunted growth to plant death. Understanding these errors and their impacts is essential for any grower wishing to nurture healthy, thriving carnivorous plants. Watering mistakes are among the most common and potentially damaging errors. Overwatering is a frequent issue, especially when growers assume that carnivorous plants need constant saturation. While species such as Sarracenia, Dionaea, and Drosera thrive in consistently moist soil, excess water in poorly draining substrates can suffocate roots, promote fungal infections, and cause rhizome or root rot. Plants may initially appear healthy, but slowly yellowing leaves, mushy rhizomes, or foul odors indicate advanced water-related damage. Conversely, underwatering can be equally detrimental. Many carnivorous plants evolved in bogs, swamps, or misty forests. And prolonged dryness causes traps to wither, leaves to curl, and overall plant vigor to decline. For species like Venus flytrap and temperate Sarracenia, repeated drying of the substrate during the growing season can weaken rhizomes, stunt trap formation, and even prevent flowering. Understanding the specific moisture requirements of each species is therefore critical. Over-reliance on tap water can also harm plants due to the accumulation of minerals such as calcium, magnesium, or chlorine, leading to brown leaf tips, stunted growth, and root desiccation. Distilled water, reverse osmosis water, or rainwater is essential for sensitive species. Light is another area where mistakes frequently occur, with consequences that are often immediately visible. Insufficient light leads to etiolation, a condition in which plants produce long, weak leaves in an effort to reach a light source. In Venus flytraps, this results in small, pale traps that may fail to close properly, reducing their ability to capture prey. Sarracenia grown in shade develop elongated pitchers with dull coloration and decreased vigor. Conversely, excessive light, particularly direct sunlight in hot climates or under strong artificial lighting, can scorch leaves, burn traps, and cause permanent tissue damage. Leaf margins may turn brown or black, pitchers can collapse, and plants under stress are more susceptible to disease. Gradual acclimation to high light levels and careful monitoring are essential to prevent these consequences. Indoor growers often mitigate light-related mistakes by supplementing natural sunlight with full-spectrum artificial lights, ensuring 12 to 16 hours of light while avoiding overheating or desiccation. Substrate mistakes are equally consequential. Carnivorous plants require nutrient-poor, acidic, well-draining soils that mimic their natural bog, swamp, or forest habitats. Using standard potting soil, rich compost, or fertilized media is a common error that can quickly kill sensitive species. High nutrient levels, particularly nitrogen and phosphorus, burn roots, stunt growth, and may even destroy rhizomes. In addition, poorly draining soils trap water, creating anaerobic conditions that promote rot and fungal growth. For temperate bog species like Sarracenia and Dionaea, a mixture of sphagnum peat moss and sand or perlite in a roughly 2:1 ratio provides moisture retention and aeration while preventing nutrient accumulation. For epiphytic nepenthes, a mix of long fiber sphagnum moss, orchid bark, and perlite allows air to reach roots and prevents waterlogging. Failure to use the appropriate substrate results in chronic plant stress, malformed traps, slow growth, and increased susceptibility to pests and disease. Feeding mistakes are another frequent source of problems. Many growers overfeed or use inappropriate food sources. Venus flytraps, for instance, require small insects that can fully fit within the trap. Overfeeding with large prey, human food, or meat causes the trap to decay, may foster bacterial growth, and can lead to trap death. Similarly, sundews, Drosera, can be harmed by excessive feeding, which encourages malformed growth and weak leaf production. Conversely, failing to provide supplemental prey for indoor plants, particularly those in environments with few insects, leads to nutrient deficiencies, small traps, and slow growth. Carnivorous plants are adapted to nutrient-poor soils and depend on their traps for critical nitrogen and other minerals. Without prey or careful supplementation, their health and vigor decline. Fertilization mistakes are common, particularly among novice growers unfamiliar with carnivorous plant adaptations. Unlike standard houseplants, most carnivorous species do not require external fertilizers, and conventional fertilizers are often toxic. Applying nitrogen-rich fertilizer to Sarracenia, Nepenthes, or Venus flytraps can burn roots, deform traps, and induce lethal stress. Symptoms include scorched leaf tips, blackened rhizomes, stunted growth, and poor trap formation. Some experienced growers use extremely diluted carnivorous plant fertilizers during the growing season, but these must be applied sparingly to avoid damaging the plant. Misapplication of fertilizer can undo years of careful cultivation in a single instance. Humidity mistakes also have pronounced consequences. Many carnivorous plants, particularly tropical Nepenthes, require high relative humidity to maintain trap turgor and prevent desiccation. Low humidity causes pitchers to shrivel, traps to dry out, and leaves to curl, while excessively high humidity without adequate airflow fosters mold, algae, and fungal pathogens. Maintaining a proper balance through terrariums, humidity trays, or greenhouse benches is essential. Even temperate species like Dionaea and Sarracenia, which tolerate lower humidity, benefit from consistent moisture and ventilation. As fluctuating or overly dry conditions compromise trap development and overall plant health, temperature mistakes, particularly failure to observe seasonal dormancy, are critical for temperate carnivorous species. Venus flytraps, Sarracenia, and some Drosera species require a period of cooler temperatures and reduced light to enter dormancy, typically in winter. Neglecting dormancy leads to exhaustion, weak or non-functional traps, poor rhizome storage, and increased vulnerability to disease. Conversely, exposing plants to prolonged cold, frost, or heat outside their tolerance range damages rhizomes, scorches leaves, and can cause permanent death. Understanding species-specific temperature requirements is vital to avoid these errors and ensure vigorous growth during the active season. Pest management mistakes can compound other care errors. Stress from improper watering, light, or substrate conditions weakens plants, making them more susceptible to aphids, spider mites, slugs, mealybugs, and fungal pathogens. Ignoring early signs of infestation, such as sticky residues, webbing, discoloration, or distorted traps, can result in widespread damage. Treating pests with inappropriate chemicals may further harm carnivorous plants, which are sensitive to synthetic pesticides. Regular inspection, manual removal, and the use of safe treatments such as diluted neem oil are essential to maintaining plant health. Another common mistake involves improper repotting. Failing to repot every 1 to 3 years, depending on species and growth, can result in compacted soil, reduced aeration, and depleted substrate, stunting growth and causing weak traps. Conversely, careless repotting can damage delicate rhizomes or roots, leading to shock, loss of traps, and delayed recovery. Using the correct soil mix, gentle handling, and timing repotting for the start of the active growing season minimizes these consequences. Environmental consistency is also critical. Sudden changes in light, moisture, temperature, or humidity often induce stress responses. Plants may drop traps, produce elongated or malformed leaves, or enter temporary dormancy. Indoor growers must carefully manage artificial lighting, heating, and ventilation to maintain conditions within species-specific tolerance ranges. Seasonal transitions should be gradual to allow plants to acclimate, reducing the risk of shock and trap failure. Common symptoms of cumulative mistakes include slow or stunted growth, discolored or shriveled traps, weak leaf structures, fungal infections, root or rhizome rot, and, in severe cases, plant death. Early detection through careful observation is essential. Drooping or yellowing leaves may indicate overwatering, insufficient light, or nutrient deficiencies. Dry, brown leaf margins signal underwatering, low humidity, or excessive heat. Malformed traps often point to overfeeding, improper fertilization, or environmental stress. Pitcher collapse, fungal growth, or foul odors frequently indicate waterlogging or poor substrate conditions. By correlating symptoms with care practices, growers can identify the source of the problem and implement corrective measures. Preventing these mistakes requires understanding the natural ecology of each species. Venus flytraps evolved in temperate bogs with nutrient-poor, acidic soils and seasonal dormancy. Sarracenia species thrive in open, sunny wetlands with consistent moisture and mild winter dormancy. Nepenthes inhabit tropical forests, from lowland hot, humid areas to cooler highlands with misty mornings and stable humidity. Sundews occupy a wide range of habitats but share a dependence on moisture, light, and insect prey. Replicating these conditions in cultivation, while avoiding common pitfalls, ensures optimal health and trap function. Correcting mistakes involves a combination of observation, environmental adjustments, and patient care. Adjusting watering methods, such as adopting bottom watering, prevents root rot and ensures consistent soil moisture. Relocating plants to suitable light conditions addresses etiolation or scorching. Replacing nutrient-rich soil with the correct low-nutrient substrate prevents chemical damage. Providing appropriate prey and avoiding overfeeding supports trap development and nutritional balance. Maintaining humidity and airflow mitigates desiccation or fungal growth. Observing seasonal dormancy schedules restores rhizome vitality and prepares plants for vigorous growth in the following season. In conclusion, the most common mistakes in carnivorous plant care: improper watering, incorrect light exposure, inappropriate substrate, overfeeding, overfertilization, neglecting humidity, ignoring seasonal dormancy, poor pest management, and careless repotting, have tangible and often severe consequences for plant health, trap functionality, and long-term survival. Understanding the underlying physiology and ecology of each species, combined with careful observation and adherence to best practices, prevents these errors and allows growers to cultivate vibrant, robust carnivorous plants that thrive for many years. Mastery of care is not merely a set of rules but an ongoing dialogue with the plants, learning from subtle signals, and adjusting conditions to meet their precise needs. Avoiding mistakes is as important as providing optimal care, and through patience, knowledge, and attention, growers can enjoy the extraordinary beauty and functionality of carnivorous plants in their homes, greenhouses, or gardens. Each trap, each leaf, and each pitcher is a testament to evolutionary ingenuity, and safeguarding their health through correct care ensures that these remarkable plants continue to inspire wonder and admiration.